Yo, what's up? I wanted to do a 10-day drawing anatomy challenge to see how much I could improve. It was supposed to be a 10-day challenge, but I didn't stop learning, and at day 15 I saw some improvements and I wanted to show that. So it's a 15-day challenge now. And if you're learning anatomy as well, I got a surprise for you at the end. So let's go. I started with a YouTube video by Mark Brunet and did a level 1 exercise, which was something like this. I created some boxes on top of photos to understand the volume of the figure and passed on to the level 2 exercise, and did some crappy gestures like this. Oh, almost forgot, I did this too. Anyways, on this day I did a bit of the level 1 exercise, then did some gestures of 2 minutes. They're pretty bad. And to see where I was at, I did this very poorly done drawing. On day 3, I did everything on paper. I followed the tutorial by Alfonso Dunn. I learned a lot about the skeleton and where some muscles are inserted, and I realized that is a very big part of understanding anatomy. I followed the tutorial from Richard Smidman, and I learned a lot. I was feeling overwhelmed with the new information from today and the day before, so to let that information sink in, I focused only what I learned and practiced with no new information, relaxing and drawing what I learned. And I did this small drawing. The one on the left I tried from memory, the one on the right from reference. On day 5, I did the same thing as day 4, focused on what I learned and revised it and did some gesture drawings. I was feeling a bit more comfortable with gesture, but the results weren't very satisfying and I still didn't have a concrete process, so it was a mess. I did some drawings on paper. I drew this step by step following a random YouTube video by TB Choi to understand her process. I love the construction of anatomy that TB Choi uses. I did some drawings with reference and was feeling okay with them and started to see some progress and understanding of what to do, but always with a feeling of uncertainty behind it. And I finished the day off with this drawing with the help of this video by TB Choi. On day 7, it was the battleground of gesture drawings. I did a lot of them. Let me show you. You can already tell some progress from the first gestures. This one was my favorite. It's so majestic. I use an app called Gesture Drawing and it's really cool. I recommend it to do gestures. On this day, it was the unproductive day, where I did half of this drawing from the drawing database. Then I finished it on the next day. So after finishing that, I kept watching the video since it was really long. I learned a lot about the spine and did some torso bones in different perspectives. I finished it off with some gestures, and here's my favorite one. And did this drawing with a scuffed face. On this day, I started with some gestures to warm it up, and I did some skeletons with perspective with no reference to test my skills and what I learned. And I finished with this drawing. I had some improvements, but there are always new topics that I'm running into that I need to get good. At day 15, my gesture drawings are way better now. I finally found a process that works for me, so I know what I'm doing. Now in comparison to day 1 and day 2, as you can see, having a process helps me. It gives me more time to add form and my gestures don't look like just stiff lines. I recommend checking out Michael Hampton's YouTube and book to get better at gesture and figure drawing. His way of teaching is really awesome. I like this one, you can see a lot of progress in it. And this is my last drawing that I did at day 15 and it started from a gesture. This is where it clicked for me, so that is why it became a 15-day challenge. And I'm really happy with the progress I made, and I hope it inspires you. So for the surprise, I have an awesome gold nugget for you. It's a playlist of in-depth anatomy tutorials and it's in the description, so you're welcome. So overall, I feel a little bit more confident with my anatomy, and I'm not gonna stop learning from now on, and this was really just the tip of the iceberg. So if I can sum up what I realized in this whole challenge is, the more you know, the more you realize there's a lot of stuff you don't know. Have a good one, guys.
Oh.